destiny, and you will find infinity, infinity.
Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Infinity Show. Infinity Show. Infinity Show. Infinity Show.
Take your time.
Today, I and Chaume will discuss about something that we find really interesting. Last week, we both read a book about a bird that had many dreams and followed them because of his will of knowledge and his perseverance. This bird is called Jonathan Livingston. Really young, he discovered that he has a special talent in flying, and then he chooses to practice it. Until he reaches his limit, so in the following minutes, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, well, to start over, I will tell you how I appreciate it and what are the strong points from my point of view. I found that this book was amazing since it has an aspect of philosophy that I found really interesting because it isn't all books that makes me go inside of me the way that book done it to me. While reading Jonathan Livingston's Seagull, I understood that whoever you are, you can accomplish great things even if people around you think that you can't achieve it. However, this book made me think about a lot of stuff that I don't usually think about when I read. And you, Felix, how did you find this book?
Yeah, but in the other side, for me the book was only okay. I mean, it made me think and it kind of made me realize something, which is really strong, but out of that I found it pretty boring and really hard to catch. The fact is that everybody has his own version of the novel, meaning that nobody really took it the same way, which could have been great if it wasn't the fact that behind everybody's perception there's a major step, which sometimes give you the feeling that you just completely misread the novel or that you just didn't understand anything.
Yeah, but I think that it is what the author wanted to do by writing that book this way. I mean, by making it kind of difficult to understand. It lets readers imagine their own world where seagulls are living in. Don't you think?
Maybe. But what keeps me the most unconnected to the book is the fact that the author doesn't explain anything. There is way too much character for the size of the book, and it just makes it harder to understand. Plus, we just never know what is really happening. There's so much weird stuff in there, and it's really kind of big deal to read, even if it's only 100 pages long. Also, the author has a really strong vocabulary, which is hard to understand sometimes, and it just makes our job of reader harder and harder.
I admit that the vocabulary was kind of hard, but it is by reading enriched vocabulary over and over that you end up speaking good English. Also, I think that this book was exactly what teenagers need, because it shows that if you have a dream and you want to accomplish it, nothing can take you away from this goal. And God knows that teenagers have dreams. However, whether you like the book or not, we can all have a personal opinion. Now, we need to end the show since we're running out of time. So see you next week in another episode of The Infinity Show.